Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. So in today's video I want to carry on the Scouts main opinion series that you guys seem to like when I made the one about my opinion on fighting every other class. So today I thought I would talk about all of the primary weapons for the Scout. Now this is a sort of similar thing to the series I'm doing already called Scouts Pouch, where I go in depth on each Scout weapon and explain how to use them properly and all of that stuff. And that series is still going on, so I won't be going too in depth about each weapon in this video, but I will be talking about all of the primary weapons and my opinions on each one. Also, if you want to see more of this series, first of all, like the video if you do go on to enjoy it. And secondly, let me know what other things you'd want to see me make videos on that would be in this series, because I've got a few ideas. I just want to know what you guys want to see. So, getting started, obviously, with the scattergun, I don't think that it can get any better than this. Like, the video's already peaked at this point, but I don't really think I like any of the other Scout primary weapons nearly as much as I like this one. It's the most reliable in my opinion. The fact that it has 6 bullets is great, and the damage most of the time, and I mean most of the time, is really, really good. But it does have its moments, but not nearly as many dodgy moments as the rest of these guns have. Obviously, this thing being as good as it is isn't an accident. It is the default weapon for the Scout, so it has to be able to be used against anything other characters can throw at you and other Scouts can throw at you, which is why when new players play the game, this is the gun they get, and they don't get something like a babyfaces blaster. Moving on to the second primary weapon, we have the Force of Nature, which is actually kind of a fun weapon to use. The reduced bullets that it has isn't actually as big of a factor as I thought it would have been, going down from 6 to 2, but I still don't use this gun very often because I like having 6 bullets. Maybe I'll start using the Force of Nature more in videos because I do quite like it and it is quite an interesting gun to use. And I want to start varying the gameplay content that you guys are watching because I'm only doing Sniper and Scout gameplay with the same guns on the same maps. So I'll mix it up soon. I think the knockback is kind of cool on the Force of Nature, even though sometimes it messes you up a little bit because it blasts them just out of range that you would have gotten the next big hit to kill them. But even so, it doesn't seem like that those times outweigh the times that the gun just destroys people anyway. So it's a good weapon to use and I do really like it. Next up, we have the shortstop, and for some reason I never use this gun and I don't know why. It's not an awful weapon to use, it's really not, but at the same time I never use it because, let's be honest, the scattergun does still exist in the game and you can't top it. I don't really find the shove of this weapon all that useful, but I think that's just because I haven't spent that much time using the weapon to properly learn how to do it and to use it the best way. Maybe this is another one I will have to use to vary my gameplay a little bit, and I remember that when I used this one for my Scouts Pouch video, I did actually enjoy using it, but since then, I haven't picked it up that much, I have to be honest. Next up, we have the soda popper, and I'm really not that into this weapon at all. Like, really not that into it. The mini crits was cool, even though it wasn't fair, but that isn't a thing anymore. You just jump around a bunch now, which I just don't think it's something that you need to do, and it doesn't benefit you nearly as much as you might think it would. I mean, yeah, you're confusing the enemy because they don't know where you are, but you are also pretty clueless as to what you're looking at. Like, cool, you could jump a lot. I don't really care, though. It's not my thing. I'd prefer to have 6 bullets or some knockback or something rather than jumping 70 million times. That's not how I'd like to play. Okay, moving on to the babyfaces blaster. I've got to be honest, it kind of sucks. I preferred how it used to be when if you jumped, you lost your boost. But being hit and losing boost is absolutely awful. Especially because the amount of boost you lose on a tiny hit is ridiculous. Like, you could be hit from a stray bullet from a minigun fire from the other side of the map and half of your boost is pretty much gone straight away. It's not a bad gun when you're not getting hit or anything like that, but as soon as you do get hit, you're back down to your lowest speed and you can't get away from being hit anymore. It's just, why did they change it? It was fine how it was. And finally, we have the backscatter, which is probably the Scout primary weapon I have used the least out of every single Scout primary weapon. I think the only time I've used it in the past couple of years is when I filmed the Scouts Pouch video using that gun. That's probably the only time I've ever really used this gun for an extended period of time as well. I might have equipped it for a few rounds when it first came out and then stopped using it because at the time I didn't like it as much, or, you know, I just wanted to use a scattergun. But I barely ever use this gun. And the thing is, it's not that fact that I don't like the gun. I don't mind it. It's a decent weapon and it is kind of fun. I feel like sometimes it's a little bit weird with what counts as being hit behind a player. Like, I shot a lot of people in the back trying to get Scouts Pouch footage and it just didn't count for anything different. So it's kind of weird. But other than that, the gun is quite good. And when I used it, I did enjoy it. Again, I think this is another one I'm going to have to start trying to use more, or might have to come up with a video idea to make me use this gun to, you know, do something other than using a scattergun. I think I've got a real problem. So anyway, that is going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Let me know in the comments, actually, what your favourite scout primary weapon is and what you thought of my opinions of it, and if you think I'm wrong about anything. I feel like the soda popper one might offend people, and maybe the backscatter one as well, but I don't know. They're my opinions. If you did like this video, please make sure you leave it a like, and also if you're new to the channel and enjoyed, then make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. I'm still trying to give away that Kilowatt Killers Kabuto for when we hit 60k subs, and I'd love for that to be able to happen by the end of the year, which is quite a big goal considering we're almost in December now, but it might happen. I have no idea. So anyway, once again, thank you all so much for watching the video, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.